Yeah.
What's up, guys? So, the last time I made a video with Elliot, it's been a long time where we talked about the difference between cryptoeconomics and tokenomics. So, we need a new video to continue sharing knowledge and the beauty of token economics. So, if you have not watched the video yet, I recommend you to watch. I will link them in the comments below. But as of right now, just a quick recap of what it is. So, cryptoeconomics is basically a big umbrella, and you have three different considerations. You've got the blockchain platform, you've got token properties, and you've got the network effects. Well, blockchain platform is something that we are not going to be touching right now. There are a lot of brilliant minds out there. I can share a few of the papers, a few of the articles that they have written. Blockchain platform has an economic system on its own, and we're probably going to focus on token properties as well as the network effects, because these are more interlinked with each other. Okay? So for the past few months, I've been doing a little bit of research, a bit more research to create this tokenomics framework that can be taken off the shelf and used to analyze your project, used to improve your project, used to analyze other people's project. And basically, I want to make it as easy as possible to take it out, look at it, see how it's applicable to your project, see what parts is applicable, how to improve, and that's it. That's the whole idea. So think of Portis 5, but instead of for business analysis, this is for your crypto project. So no more bullshit, let's get to it. So crypto economics has 4 different pillars, as you can see on the board right there. You have your customer analysis, market design, mechanism design, as well as token design. If you think about it, it's a bit like stage 1, 2, 3, 4, and it also gets a bit more complicated as it goes down. But it's important to understand these different pillars because these will kind of determine the success and longevity of the project, which is why this entire tokenomics thing is very important. So we're going to look at customer analysis first. You have a few things to consider, like target group, value and needs, as well as your target people that you want to add value to them as much as they're going to add value to you. Customer analysis is something that's a bit more marketing, a bit more understanding your business 101, entrepreneurship 101 kind of thing. It's not so much economics, but it's really, really important because these are people that's going to be in your network, in your market, in your economy. So you have to care about them. The next one is market design. So market design is understanding and defining the environment where your people and your tokens are going to behave. So this is already existing in the economics field. It's by a Nobel laureate, Alvin Roth, Dr. Alvin Roth. He's very, very smart. A lot of great papers out there, great books out there. You can pick one up to read them. I can link them in the comments below. But it's basically looking at congestion, thickness, and safety. Congestion means no congestion. Thickness means a lot of thickness. Safety means a lot of safety. These two are important because they define kind of the incentives of right now, how the system is going to work. The other two is mechanism design and token design. They are a bit more complicated. They also define more long-term goals. Why do I say so? If you think about mechanism design, think about rules of the game. How do I make sure that people behave well? So if they behave properly, I will reward them. If they behave badly, I punish them, and this will change their behavior. And this is not just going to be a short-term thing, it's going to be a long-term thing. So these are going to be very important in your crypto project because this determines the long-term sustainability of your project. The thing, mechanism design, it's research, it's definitely research in the field, but isn't as clear-cut as market design because for mechanism design, it really depends on the different type of crypto assets that you have. But in very, very general, that I kind of just generalize things, it will be monetary policy, financial policy, as well as your different governance protocols. And I put governance here because governance is really, really important. And under governance, there's like a whole lot of other things that is related. So I would dive deeper into the next few videos. But very interesting, very important. And then lastly is token design. I love token design because it's just interesting. It's basically the crux of your entire crypto project. But it's difficult because number one, it's not existing in real world. Number two, there isn't really economic theories specific to token design per se, but there are a lot of different economics concepts around. So I'm just going to collate them, mesh them up together, and make sense out of it that's related to token design. And thirdly, well, in the existing world, there isn't really a successful token design yet. So trying to use the real world example to make it into, so you either use real world example or you use research examples, but none of them are around. So this is a bit difficult, plus the fact that there are so many different kinds of crypto assets. But these are just limitations. We don't have to care about them for now. We have enough information to keep going. So for token design, I cut them out into 3 different things. It will be the architecture of the token, so kind of by building blocks to create it. Your incentives. So incentives will be stuff like your block rewards in BTC, as well as your token structure. So if you think about monetary policy that's applicable to money today, it's more of like a token policy that's applicable to tokens that uses a lot of concepts from monetary policy. And that's it. That's your tokenomics framework. And if you have a lot of questions, just ask below, and I will be filming a bit more videos for you to learn.